How's it going, guys? This is Vlog coming to you live, and welcome back on another episode on Ranking of Kings, episode 22. Now, I believe we have one more episode after this upcoming episode, and season 1 will be over. And based on the way the previous episode ended, I got to say that it was well done. But the question still remains, who is going to be the next antagonist? Because now Miranjo and Bosse are no longer with us. They are dead. So now that they are out of the way, who is going to be the next bad guy? Is it going to be the demon that swallowed Miranjo's soul whole, torturing her for eternity? Is it going to be him? What bone or what connection is this demon going to have with Bojji or anyone within the kingdom? Or is it going to be a different new antagonist, which I will be looking forward to see, because they did mention that there were other gods before, right? Before Miranjo made the deal with that particular demons, there were other gods that were terrorizing the humans. Will it be any one of those? I'm looking forward to it, because as it stands, the show is lacking an antagonist. So without further ado, let's check out the next episode and see what took place. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm really not sure how this upcoming episode is going to go. It could go either way. But I believe that actually, oh, I forgot to mention. Because we're not sure if Despa can now save his baby brother Ouken. Because the reason why Despa wanted Bojji to make sure that Miranjo is dead, to destroy the mirror, is so that he can also be able not only to save Bojji, to save the kingdom, but also to save his baby brother Ouken. Because of the curse Miranjo placed on Ouken, Ouken will stay the way he is unless Miranjo is destroyed, right? Unless the mirror is destroyed. So we're going to see if Despa can get his brother back finally. But towards the ending of the previous episode, it was very dark. It was ominous. The name of this episode is ominous in some way too. My memories of being with Miranjo. So I guess this time the tale will be told in detailed. So now this episode they're gonna show us exactly the friendship or the relationship Bojji and Miranjo had. Yee! Sorry! He caught her. Man, King Bosse's strength and character is just mesmerizing, you know? His character, his persona as a character. He wanted to commit suicide just now. Man, he finished all of that in one go. And how would Miranjo know all of this? So we can see that even before making the deal with that demon, Bosse is still. Ooh, he got hurt pretty bad. I guess he took on that king, right? I believe that is the same gods or one of those gods that they mentioned earlier on when they told the story about Miranjo and Bosse, right? And let me guess, due to the due to the fact that Bosse couldn't defeat that god, that was war forced. So this was where it was done. Yes. Take the strength of your unborn child and give it to you. So King Bosse has been harnessing his child's strength this whole time. Bojji's strength. And finally he defeated one of those gods that were mentioned. I thought it's Bojji. So the relationship Daida had with Miranjo wasn't just because. It was simply because he took after his father's wit. Oh my goodness, not this again. Not this again. It looks like Miranjo's torment will be a little different from the others. Those people that used to torment her and her mother has appeared, right? Sweet. Mm-hmm. Sweet. That got to be. That got. He actually did it. Yaitaze. Or not. What is Miranjo can see Bosse? What? Is that a good idea? Is this a good idea? Now, guys, is this a good idea? Well, hopefully, now that Miranda has seen her doom for eternity, she's going to change her ways, right? Hopefully. Maybe now she can bring Ouken. Nanda, that demon is twisted, man. I don't wanna anything to deal with this demon. That demon, just stay away from him. That demon is a psycho. So this is pretty much the relationship, the friendship Miranjo had with Bosse has transcended into his son, Daida. Yeah, what? But she's way older than him, no? What a twist of event. Isn't she like I don't know, 80 years older than him? Well, Miranjo should bring Ouken back or remove the curse. Right. What? Yeah. Yeah. The atonement of our sin. Yep. Oh, yeah. I guess I can agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that option. And I will talk about it when this video is done too. Yeah, it does it. Oh yeah, he's going to relay the message to his brother, right? I wonder how the king is going to feel about. That's exactly what Despa said. That's exactly what Despa suggested too. Well, there's going to be a new queen soon. There's going to be a new queen very soon. Yes, she did. Yeti, yeti. Hmm. A lot happened here. Do you have a problem too? That's how you're supposed to be. Maetaze. Maetaze. That's how you should be. You win. You win. Oh yeah, Queen Helen doesn't know who or haven't seen Miranjo in real life. Yeah. Yeah, that's Miranjo in the flesh. Don't wear it out. Execute her. Hmm. That's gonna give her a heart attack. She's gonna faint. She's going to faint. Hmm. Hmm. And who is this person guiding King Desha to the ranking area or something? Who is he? What was that? What was that just now? What was that? Something just happened. And if my guess is correct, it got to be ominous. Some ominous, strange energy is at bay watching everything. That's how I feel right now. That's what I feel like. Some ominous energy or something is watching, spectating everything that is going on. Could it be? Because that candle was full lighted, was lighted on its own, and for some weird reason, for some particular reason, a weird energy, something dark, something is still within. Something dark is still within, watching everything. Something dark is still active. Even though Miranjo has been stopped, Bosse is no longer with us. Miranjo is back, and now she's going to atone for everything that she did by telling the next generation about her life. Now, before I talk about that, I'm waiting for this outro to finish. All right. Now, to for me like to just take time and diversify everything that has happened thus far. So in the beginning, right, we saw um the relationship, the friendship Miranjo and Bosse had, right? It wasn't just of um simply because that Bosse run into Miranjo's mother and that was it. After Miranjo's mother died, both of them felt lonely. They felt alone, right? And Bosse saw the despair in Miranjo, and Miranjo saw the same. Even though Bosse was strong enough to take care of himself, still within his heart is still unfulfilled, or was unfulfilled because he's not or have not attained what he's been looking forward to achieve, which is being the strongest man in the world. right? As you can see here, when Bosse was talking about his dreams, right? Miranjo took notice of it, and due to the fact that Miranjo loved Bosse very much, I think I don't even know why they didn't get married. I'm wondering why Bosse didn't marry Miranjo when she grew old enough to be a woman. You know what I mean? I'm surprised they didn't marry each other. But Miranda cared about Bosse so much that she had to do something to help Bosse get stronger, to help him become stronger and to obtain his goals. Because as Bosse goes on to fight, to take on enemies after enemies, he conquers them all except one of those gods that they mentioned. Because I thought that it would be one of those gods that will be returning at some point. But one of those gods that we saw him defeated, right? But before I talk about that, due to the fact that Miranjo loved Bosse very much as a friend, she had to do something, which is go to find a supernatural source, a dark force, right? That can help Bosse, give him enormous strength to help him conquer his enemies. And when that deal is done, or when that, well, the deal haven't really finalized yet, because when they came here, they just asked the demon, they just made a wish, right? They only made a wish here, nothing more, nothing less. They just came to the demon and asked the demon for a favor. When things took a different turn between the demon and Miranjo was when Miranjo decided to kill Bojji's mother, Shisana or Shina, right? That was when Miranjo asked that. I think that was when she finally made a pact with the demon, and the demon said, I'll grant you your wish, but in the end, your soul will be mine, right? I believe that was when Miranjo finally made a pact with this deity. And as we can see, when Miranjo was inside, you could literally see the torment, and it looks like Miranjo's torment is a little bit different than the others. Her torment was she started seeing, right? She started to see those people, those faces that tormented her and her mother, those faces from the other villagers that tormented her and her mother. If we go here, yeah, that was just ominous. That was endless pain, endless suffering for eternity. Yeah, these faces here were the same faces that tormented her and her mother. And it looks like that will be her torture. They were going to torment her till eternity. Like they're gonna torment her forever. Forever. Ain't no escape. Endless torment. Right? Because I thought that she's going to face the same torment as the other people who have their soul devoured, spit out, allowed to be put together and mended together, and then gets devoured again. That is just messed up, you know. And the sight of this is so biblical and so focused in the biblical storyline on what happens to people that do evil deeds, people that do bad things, right? It is so focused on that. And even though that it is animated, but if you really pay attention to the darkness that is going on in this particular scene, you can literally see that it is beyond what we are looking at. In a situation where Miranjo cannot run, even if she wanted to run, in a situation where if she wanted to hide, there is no hiding, no running whatsoever. She is stuck in here, nowhere to run, nowhere to go, and will be tortured for the rest of her existence or her soul or whatnot, right? And she's shedding tears, tears of despair, tears of, you know, everything you can, anything you can think of that is just bad. And in that moment, Despa, as you can see, right? when Miranjo made the deal with the demon the first time to grant Bosse the enormous strength for him to defeat his enemies, they haven't made the bond yet. As you can see, Despa here did the same thing. He only made a wish with this demon. If you want your head back, bring Miranjo back to life, right? Nothing, the demon didn't say anything. Let's go. I hear your wish, right? Despa. Yeah, he was going to wish for Ouken, but Bojji interfered and said, bring Miranjo back. Bring Miranjo. And in that moment, Miranjo can see Bosse, but she just can't get to him. And in that moment, the face of Bosse changes into Daida. Bring Miranjo back to life. And this deity did just that. Now, let's go forward a little bit. They rescued Miranjo. Now, I want to go back to see if this demon, if this deity did say something, or, to see if he told Data that when your soul die, or when you die, I'm gonna have your soul, or anything of the sort, just like Miranjo. Okay? The deity picks up his head. He's a psycho. he's, a, he's a psycho. He's a psycho Akuma. Now, the demon didn't say anything like, if you die, Data, or if you die, Despa, I'm gonna have your soul. The demon didn't say anything like that. There was no bond. There was no agreement there. Just like the first time Miranjo came to the demon with Bosse and made a wish to grant Bosse an enormous strength, right? So this is the first wish. Hopefully, maybe that's how it works. You make the first wish, that one is a giveaway. You make the second wish, then that's when the demon will now have a contract with the person that makes that wish, right? Maybe that's how it works. Who knows? Because this was how it happened previously with the demon King Bosse and Miranjo, right? So this is the first. Hopefully, Daida will not be calling upon this deity once again to make another wish, or Despa will not be calling upon this deity once again to make another wish, because then this deity will now have a contract. And the way it works is, once this deity says it, it's done. You don't have any opportunity or the power to sign or to agree. Once this deity says it, it's done, it's over, right? So hopefully, none of, but for some weird reason, I think we're going to see this deity once again along the line. So in the end here, oh, okay, to talk about Miranjo, the reason why Despa saw through everything and figured, you know what, Ouken is immortal, there will be next time to save him, and told Miranjo, now that you've been saved, now that you've seen with your own two eyes the despair, the torture, right? The tomorrow that you would have faced for eternity. Now, to atone all the evil that you've done, to atone all the despair that you've caused, to atone all the pain that you've caused, it is imperative for her to do what? Make sure that the new generation knows about her sin and what will happen to those who do evil stuff, and for them to frame away from doing evil deeds. I believe it's a good thing that she's brought back, because I didn't think that she would come back. I wasn't looking forward to see Miranjo again, unless if it is some type of a dream and she's coming to someone to have a dream, begging them to rescue her or something. But due to the fact that she's back, she's not going to be Daida's wife. Uh, I'm speechless, but it is what it is. I guess it will. It is a worthy and it will be a righteous thing for her to do. Make sure that the new generation doesn't engage in the things that she engaged in. So it's I think she would do a good thing. And if time is given, she may be able to find a way to help Ouken, right? She may be able to find a different way to help Ouken. But how can they even help Ouken at this point? Because the link, the bond that Miranjo has with this deity has been severed. They no longer have ties together. Their contract has been diminished and has been destroyed. So how will Ouken be saved unless if one of these guys, either Despa, Desha, Bojji, or Daida, goes calling upon this deity once again to free Ouken from the curse, because the curse didn't come from Miranjo. The curse came from the deity that Miranjo made a pact with, which was the reason why it was so imperative for the deity to free Ouken. But for some reason, things went the other way. I'm a little, too not happy, but at the same, I'm a little bit not happy with the decision, but seeing the good this will do for generations upon generations to come, that's why I think that throughout it all, it may be the better decision. Now, in the end, though, in the end, while this person, who I don't really know his mission or his job here, taking Desha to go to the vault or something to claim the silver and the gold or whatnot, or to grant him the ranking of kings, to make him the number one strongest person in the world or whatnot, something happened. Let me go back. Sui! Candle. The candle that was alone on his own, not bothering anyone, not disturbing anybody, minding its own business, doing what it is meant to do, right? Fulfilling its purpose all of a sudden. Whew, the light cuts off. What does that mean? Is that a premonition that that is an evil, still an evil entity, working in progress, monitoring everything that is going on, taking note of the events, all the events that has taken place? A deity that is even stronger than the deity than that red demon, a deity that is even more superior. Could it be? This is just my speculation. I think it is, though, just based on how it ended. Is that a premonition of the bigger evil to come? That I'm going to rest it here. But there you have it, guys. We have one more episode after this episode. So I hope that the next episode next week will kind of pave the way to what is to come on the next season. On that note, stay safe. Keep on keeping on.